Have I got a story to tell, one you may know very well. It has Joseph and Mary on their way, and the little baby being born in the hay. It has angels and shepherds and stars shining bright on a very special holy night. It's about hoping that good dreams will come true. It's a love story from heaven, a love story written for you. So without further ado, let me take you to the manger, where all the hopes and dreams of the world will come true. Now, when the world was growing darker,
and people longed for light,
our great God heard every sad and lonely prayer.
So he sent an angel down to a tiny town named Bethlehem,
who told a teenage girl living there,
Mary, you are just a girl, but God shows you.
Mary didn't know what he was talking about, and she was scared. And the angel told her,
Do not be afraid.
and the angel told her that God would bless her with a baby, and his name would be Jesus, and he would be the king of the whole world. And Mary said,
Okay, let it be.
And the angel came again to talk with Joseph, a carpenter, who was sleeping, and he snuck into his dreams, and he said,
Mary will be the mommy of God's Son.
In Joseph's dream, the angel also told Joseph that he must marry her and be her husband, and be the father of her baby son named Jesus.
and Joseph awoke from his dream, and he said,
I'll do it for God.
The man whose name was Joseph married the young girl named Mary, who was expecting a baby. Mary thought Joseph was very cute. Joseph took Mary into his home to keep her safe.
and then everyone in the whole nation of Israel was told that they had to travel to their hometowns to be counted so they could be taxed.
Now, Joseph was from Bethlehem, so Mary and Joseph had to travel a long way to Bethlehem. Mary rode on a donkey, and Joseph walked. And when they arrived, the city was full of people, and Joseph couldn't find a place for them to sleep. Mary said,
Joseph, I'm so tired.
They were tired and stiff and sore as they knocked at every door, but they couldn't find a place to lay their heads.
Finally, they went to the last inn, like a motel today. And Joseph said to the innkeeper there,
We need a place for the night, please. We need a place for the night, please.
The innkeeper shook his head no. And then he said,
Sorry, we are full. We can't help you.
but Joseph said, but she's going to have a baby very soon, sir.
and the innkeeper looked both ways. And then he said,
There's a stable up back. Stay there.
That innkeeper was very thoughtful. He was a good man. He told Joseph and Mary that the stable wasn't much, and it was full of animals, but he would throw in some fresh hay for them to sleep on. And Joseph said,
We will take it. God bless you.
and while Mary and Joseph were in that stable for the night, and they were resting, the baby Jesus was born, And Mary wrapped her baby boy in cloth and laid him in the manger, and they kept him safe throughout that holy night.
He was just an itty-bitty baby boy sent by God to set his people free.
Now, outside the city of Bethlehem, in the fields far away, there were some shepherds watching over their sheep, and they had fallen asleep. And then in the quiet of the night, out of the night sky came some angels, and the angels said to the shepherds,
Wake up!
The shepherds were scared. They had never seen angels before, and the shepherds said,
Yikes, who are you?
but the angels said,
Do not be afraid. We bring good news. A baby is born. He's a savior.
And then the angels announced to the shepherds that the baby Jesus was laying in a manger in a stable in the city of Bethlehem, and they must go and see this baby, this king.
and the shepherds looked at each other and said,
Let's see him.
And so they left their sheep, and they followed a great star in the sky to a stable in Bethlehem. And just like the angels had told them, they found the baby, Jesus, with Mary and Joseph. Just like the angels had told them, they found the baby Jesus with Mary and Joseph. And one of the shepherds said,
Is this him? The king?
and Joseph said,
Who are you?
and one of the shepherds said,
The angel told us to come.
and another shepherd said,
I think I wet my pants.
another shepherd said,
We follow a star.
and another shepherd said.
Here he is.
and Joseph said,
Please come in.
and Mary said,
We weren't expecting company.
And a very brave shepherd said,
I hold him.
and Joseph said.
It's okay.
So Mary handed the baby to the shepherd, and he looked into the baby's eyes and said,
and the shepherd said,
Joy to the world.
and then all the rest of the shepherds shouted, and then all the angels joined them, and all the angels shouted,
and Joseph said to Mary,
What a busy night.
and Mary said to Joseph,
Our baby Jesus came to bring peace.
and so Mary and Joseph and the innkeeper and the shepherds and the angels were all brought together by God in that little town of Bethlehem on that very first Christmas when that itty-bitty baby Jesus was born.
And then later that day, those same shepherds went into town and told everyone and anyone who would listen to them the story of their visit by the angels.
And their story about their visit with Mary and Joseph and the baby Jesus in the manger, and they all praised God.
And that's why we remember and celebrate Christmas every year, because Christ came to be with all of us.
And we say to each other every year, Merry Christmas.